In the desolate frontiers of the Northern Hemisphere, where the biological rules of survival are rewritten by freezing winds and poor soil, an anomaly exists. If you travel to the eroding coastlines of the Baltic Sea or the oxygen-deprived altitudes of the Himalayas, you will find Hippophae rhamnoides. To the casual observer, it is a thorny, defensive shrub. But this is the sea buckthorn, a plant that thrives in the death zone of botany. While other species retreat from saline soil and extreme cold, this organism engages in a form of extreme adaptation. It has evolved to colonize the unlivable. Its neon orange berries are not just fruit, they are biological batteries pulsating with energy against a backdrop of gray desolation. It survives temperatures of -43 degrees Celsius, not by hiding, but by synthesizing a complex chemical antifreeze within its own tissues. It is a testament that in nature, the harshest environments often forge the most potent life forms.
Before we dive deep, join our community of curious minds. Subscribe to The Career Botanist for the hidden science of nature. Let's begin. To the naked eye, it is just nature, but look closer. It is engineering, it is economics, it is survival. Welcome to the hidden side of biology. This is modern botany.
The relationship between this berry and mammalian biology is not a modern discovery. It is ancient knowledge lost and regained. The genus name, Hippophae, is derived from the archaic Greek words hippo, meaning horse, and paos, meaning to shine. History tells us that during the wars of ancient Greece, wounded horses were abandoned in the wild to die. Yet instead of perishing, they grazed on these thorny shrubs. They returned to the ranks not only healed, but with coats that shimmered with a golden, unnatural sheen. This was the first clinical trial of sea buckthorn. It was the original biofuel for the cavalry. Legend even dictates that Genghis Khan, the conqueror of the known world, mandated this berry for his armies to increase their stamina for the brutal campaigns across the steppes. It was a strategic military asset, a primitive performance-enhancing drug that fueled the expansions of empires long before we understood its molecular composition.
Botanically speaking, sea buckthorn is a freak of nature. Most fruits in the plant kingdom store their energy as carbohydrates, sugars, and water. Sea buckthorn, however, behaves more like an olive or an avocado. It stores its energy as fat. If you crush a berry, it does not just bleed juice, it bleeds oil. It is the only plant in the known world that contains the holy grail of fatty acids, the complete omega sequence, 3, 6, 9, and the incredibly elusive omega-7, palmitoleic acid. Omega-7 is rare in the plant kingdom, typically found in macadamia nuts or whale blubber. This fatty acid is a critical component of human skin and mucous membranes. By consuming this berry, we are not just eating fruit, we are ingesting the raw building blocks of our own cellular barriers. It provides the lipids necessary to maintain structural integrity against environmental stress, mimicking the very protection the plant uses to survive the wind-swept cliffs.
The nutritional density of Hippophae is a direct response to the hostility of its environment. To protect its DNA from the intense ultraviolet radiation found at high altitudes, the plant must synthesize massive amounts of antioxidants. A single berry contains a concentration of vitamin C that is 12 times higher than that of an orange. But it doesn't stop there.
It is a vault of 190 bioactive compounds, including tocopherols, vitamin E, carotenoids, and flavonoids. Why does a berry need this much power? It is not for us. It is an evolutionary shield. These antioxidants prevent the oxidative destruction of the plant's own seeds during long frozen winters. When humans harvest sea buckthorn, we are essentially stealing this chemical armor. We are borrowing the plant's millions of years of evolutionary R&D to fight the oxidation and inflammation within our own bodies. The potency of sea buckthorn transcends nutrition and enters the realm of survival medicine. In the aftermath of the 1986 Chernobyl nuclear disaster, the Soviet Union faced a medical crisis of unprecedented scale. With limited options to treat severe radiation burns, doctors turned to sea buckthorn oil. Its regenerative properties were so profound that it became a standard treatment for healing thermal and chemical burns where synthetic skins failed. But its usage goes even higher. Russian cosmonauts were issued sea buckthorn cream to protect their skin from the cosmic radiation of orbital spaceflight. It is one of the few plants that has served humanity in the radioactive ruins of a failed reactor and in the vacuum of space. It acts as a biological lead vest, accelerating epithelial regeneration and protecting the genome from the scrambling effects of ionizing radiation. While its effects on the skin are visible, its true power lies in the internal membranes. The human body is lined with mucous membranes, from the eyes to the digestive tract. These are our first lines of defense, and they are prone to drying out and ulceration. The omega-7 found in sea buckthorn is specifically targeted at these tissues. Clinical studies suggest it aids in healing gastric ulcers and alleviating the symptoms of Sjogren's syndrome, a condition that dries out the body's moisture-producing glands. It acts as an internal lubricant, signaling the body to repair the mucosal lining of the stomach and intestines. In a world of processed foods and chronic inflammation, sea buckthorn acts as a soothing balm for the digestive system, coating the gastrointestinal tract with the same protective oils that shield the berry from the drying desert winds. The genius of hippophae is not limited to what it produces above ground, but what it constructs below it. It is an actinorhizal plant, meaning it has forged a symbiotic alliance with a soil bacterium called Frankia. These bacteria live in nodules on the plant's massive root system, pulling nitrogen gas directly from the atmosphere and fixing it into the soil. While it grows, it is literally fertilizing the ground for other life forms. Its root system is aggressive and sprawling, capable of stabilizing sand dunes and preventing soil erosion on fragile coastlines. It is a pioneer species, the first to arrive in a dead ecosystem, preparing the earth, enriching the nitrogen levels, and anchoring the land. It does not just extract resources, it engineers the environment to be habitable for future generations of flora. Nature rarely wraps its most powerful gifts in convenient packages. Harvesting sea buckthorn is a battle. The berries cling tightly to the branches, surrounded by long, needle-sharp thorns that can pierce leather gloves. The fruit itself is soft and bursts under pressure, making mechanical harvesting nearly impossible without destroying the crop. To get the gold, you must bleed for it, or wait until the deep freeze of winter to shake the frozen berries loose. And the taste? It is not sweet. It is aggressive, sour, oily, and astringent. It shocks the palate. It is a reminder that true medicinal power is not meant to be a confection. The difficulty of its acquisition and the intensity of its flavor are the final proofs of its value. In a world of easy sugars, sea buckthorn remains a challenge, reserved only for those who understand the value of resilience.